Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of this replay between oGs and Dimaga here on Kulas Ravine. Gonna go ahead and just get straight into this game. No quick recaps for me. Zerglings, now Banelings now being warped into this north side. We'll see whether or not those Mutalisks will be able to spot them in time and be able to take them down. Mutalisks gonna quickly spot them and now try to take down those Banelings. Perhaps those Banelings should be cancelled. Yeah, Banelings quickly cancelled, saving that gas instead, and now running on in and trying to get a couple pecks on those drones. I still do not see a queen for Dimaga yet, so Dimaga running off of a single hatchery or one hatchery without any queens, hatchery almost up to tier 2 now, as oGs is just being forced to sit in his base and try to spawn up more and more. Perhaps we will see some Hydralisks. No, going for a Spire. I don't know if I quite agree with this. Hydralisks probably would have been better. With 3 queens, you can start laying down a lot of those creep tumors. As long as each queen has at least 75 energy, lay down a creep tumor and then start spreading out those creep tumors in order to have those Hydralisks move very, very quickly. You can just start pumping in a lot of spawn larvae onto the layer. Some players do not know this, but you can in fact continue to spawn larvae onto a hatchery that even already has 7 larvae on there. I've done it up to about like 18 or 21 with queens, and then right when that Hydralisk den finishes, it is much easier to produce Hydralisks than it is to produce Mutalisks, as Hydralisks cost half the amount of gas, and then you can just really spam that up and really just win in that fight there. So in comes some of these Mutalisks, however, not going to be able to really deal all that much damage. One of those Mutalisks may get taken down to 25 hit points as those queens continue to move around. Overlords, however, going to get focused down. Ooh, nice transfusion there, saving a low hit point. Overlord would have been taken down, but a last second transfusion able to save it and recovering 125 hit points there. Production wise, we now have 5 Corruptors, so not even dealing with Mutalisks, just going to go straight for Corruptors, and those Corruptors are going to try to deal with those Mutalisks. Now Mutalisks now coming over here to deal damage towards this hatchery over here. No burrow, so those drones are going to be forced to try to run and hide. Those drones quickly getting taken down by those 4 Mutalisks. However, we should now have a couple, those 5 Corruptors now going to move on out to that north side and start dealing damage towards those Mutalisks. The Corruptors deal 14 damage towards those Mutalisks, and able to really focus down one of those units very easily. And now Overlord now going to get focused down pretty quickly. The firing rate of a Corruptor is pretty fast, I must admit. Never really observed it. It is much faster than a Viking. Now another Overlord by Dimaga now going to get focused down as well. The Corruptors getting the damage bonus versus massive, so those Overlords are not massive. They are only armored. Massive units are Colossus, battle cruisers, Broodlords, I believe, carriers. Yeah, those are the units that are massive. Anyways, now we have those Mutalisks trying to pulling away. Corruptors have 2 armor, so that 2 armors on those Corruptors will make it fairly difficult for the Glaive Worms to really deal any damage from that Mutalisk. The Mutalisk only dealing 7 damage in attack there. Now, in come these Corruptors. Corruptors really want to try to engage. We're going to have a so we're going to have a Corruptorling army here. So Corruptors and Zerglings now moving on out. oGs really taking control of this game, now supply locking Dimaga, and now we have Corruptors also coming out in an engagement as well. So able to focus down one of those Mutalisks, another Mutalist. Those Corruptors doing a little bit of a pull back and then hold position, and now 3 Mutalisks getting taken down. And now Zerglings perhaps going to try to do a quick run and surround on that one unit. No, unable to. And Dimaga going to get down 1 final Mutalisk. So it's going to be 3 Mutalisks and 3 Corruptors, as those Zerglings from oGs now have to return back to the base. Yeah, I really wish that oGs went for a Hydralisk. Our oGs now finally getting those creep tumors down as well, so those creep tumors should be able to help out. We have 1 queen sitting over here. No spore crawlers yet, as now we're going to have 1 Mutalisk trying to fight back against 1 queen there. Corruptors, and now Mutalisk also once again rejoining on this fight. So nice transfusion to heal up one of those units. And now 1 Mutalisk is going to get taken down. This queen had plenty of energy for transfusion, Will he be able to get another transfusion off? Should transfuse that. Yeah, so beautiful transfusions by oGs. That transfusion pretty much nearly heals a Mutalisk back up to heals a Mutalisk back up to full hit points, essentially. Mutalisk now coming in, going to finish off this last Mutalisk, last of these Corruptors, and I cannot see how Dimaga will be able to really pull off this game. Another transfusion, and wow, those transfusions are just beautiful in trying to save those Mutalisks the whole entire time. So yeah, oGs playing a beautiful game and defeating Dimaga here on Kulas Ravine. Doing a great job using those roaches very well, and essentially walling in his whole entire base earlier. So there was roaches sitting here and a queen sitting here, so Zerglings were unable to really get in and just try to take out this mineral line. Once this mineral line was essentially protected and those Zerglings were of really no use, he was able to go on and slowly press in using those roaches, deal a lot of damage towards this mineral line of Dimaga, and then just use that tech advantage. Dimaga played a great game, was almost able to counter oGs, but oGs took the time and energy and was smart enough to try to start expanding elsewhere on the map. You can already see in oGs's base that he's already down to 5 minerals, so he's only mining off of really one base right now, as there's only 5 drones here, and only how many drones are here? There's only 5 mineral patches here, but still beautifully done by oGs. I really like those transfusions healing 125 hit points, which is essentially saving one Mutalisk. So one transfusion, I guess you can equate it to a monetary value of 100 minerals and 100 gas. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this replay between Dimaga and oGs here on Kulas Ravine.